I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a radio announcer. I'm a high school football coach. And since I was old enough to stand on the side of a stream next to my dad, I've been an angler. I've fished with bait, lures, and flies. I've fished with spinning gear, fly rods, jigging poles, and tip-ups. I've stood on ice, waded rapids, and been tossed about the deck of a boat. And I want you to love fishing, be it freshwater or salt, heavy flows, high seas, or cutting through a foot of ice, as much as I do, no matter what the quarry, no matter the tactics, no matter the chosen tackle. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop on the HAN Network. John Kovach with you this Thursday. Can't really believe it's February already, February 4th, and we haven't really had a winter. It's been cold. We had the one big snowstorm. There's talk there might be a few flakes here and there. It hasn't been cold enough to make ice for the most part, so there's only been a brief window of ice fishing. I didn't get out to do that. But there's been just enough cold and just enough ice to keep people away from their favorite fishing spots. And that's why there are events like the two we got to this weekend. We got to gather with fishermen and talk about angling and just really have a great time and get together a number of segments and scheduled segments that are going to be coming up and make Yankee Fisherman in the coming weeks. We ventured Saturday up to Clinton, right on the Connecticut shoreline, where the ice really made for a beautiful frame for the marshlands there. Inside Clinton Town Hall, the Connecticut Surfcasters Association Demo Day, we caught up with the head of the Surfcasters Association. Yankee Fisherman at the Connecticut Surfcasters Association Demo Day. Spending a few minutes with Mike Mullen. He's president of the Surfcasters Association. Mike, how long has the group been around?
Well, since 1993. Started by three Connecticut fishermen while they're out on cutty hunk. They like to, it's kind of modeled after the old cutty hunk fishing club.
How many members?
Right now, about 110. Yeah.
And what activities do you offer?
Well, we have monthly meetings, and so we get together in the wintertime. We have seminars. We bring in experts in plug making or fishing in certain areas and things like that to talk about fishing. And then we do a lot of trips. We do a couple of trips a year to Cutty Hunk. We go to New Jersey, Block Island, and then we have a lot of local trips. We're trying to get out fishing with people who are new to the sport, to get them some experience and show them how to show them the ropes.
So it's a great opportunity for beginners to learn from experienced surfcasters?
Yeah, beginners and people who just want to get back into it. Maybe they enjoyed fishing as a kid and they want to come back as a grown-up and try it out. I know just to try surf casting as opposed to boat fishing, and I don't know, we can show them what to do.
Connecticut really, it's kind of a great place to surf cast because you do have pretty decent access and you get a great run in the Sound, no?
It's kind of, you don't even want to talk about that because, it's kind of a secret, but it's very good. The Sound, well, the world record striper was caught in Sound, it was an 81 pounder, very close by, over in Westbrook. And we do have some good fish for both the spring and the fall run, but all summer long it's also pretty steady. The problem for us is access, but every town has some access, and we try to make the most of it. And we do actually, although people talk like they won't share, we do share information about where to go fishing. And that's what we're trying to do in the summertime, trying to have more trips to different places so people can learn. Certainly the state parks, but also there are town places. In every town, there's some place where you can fish. So we try to get out to those.
How much are dues?
$35 a year.
Do you have regular meetings?
Yep, first Wednesday of every month we meet in Madison. It's right on the coast. And in the warmer months we meet in the surf club. It's right on the beach. And in the winter months we're in the old town hall, right on the green.
Mike, looking forward to doing a lot more with the Connecticut Surfcasters Association. Thanks for taking a few minutes with us on Yankee Fisherman. And also this weekend was the Hartford Boat Show. So we left Clinton Saturday. Sunday we drove up to Hartford. There was a lot to do for anglers at the Connecticut Marine Trades Association Hartford Boat Show. They had boats of all shapes and sizes, obviously. Pontoon boats and party boats and speed boats, bass boats, really anything you can think of. I was there early Sunday. They had quite the crowd, and what I was hearing was that it was bigger than most years. Kayaks were there. We were able to set up, we're going to do some kayak fishing segments. That's something we've wanted to done. Connecticut Bass Nation had anglers of all ages sharing their skills. We caught up with Kathleen Burns of the Connecticut Marine Trades Association.
47. This is the 47th annual Hartford Boat Show.
And I'm hearing good things on the way up. I'm hearing it's been one of the busier shows, and they have had more exhibitors. Is that the case?
Oh, I tell you, John, we've had a wonderful 3 days so far. Each day we've had more visitors here than we've had in a number of years. And we're very excited this year because we've added our second floor. So that's just a great indication that our economy is getting a little bit better. People are a little bit more optimistic, and we're broadening the diversity of our recreation.
How have the crowds been?
They have been tremendous. Each day our gate has been up, and people have been buying product, and that's what's really exciting. We're going to see a lot of boats on the waterways this year.
This the third day of the 3-day show.
Fourth day.
Fourth day.
Yep.
It starts late Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Any day busier than any other?
Well, Saturday's always a big day, but this is Sunday morning, and we're thrilled to see the amount of people walking around here today. But yesterday was extraordinary, and we've had dealers were just able to talk to customer after customer after customer. It was tremendous.
How many exhibitors do we have here at the 2016 Hartford Boat Show?
This year we have over 140 exhibitors. We're displaying over 250 products. We have 9 new boat lines in the show this year. It's great to see our dealers picking up new product.
And we have a primarily fishing audience. What sort of exhibits do we have here for anglers?
Oh gosh, do we have it? We have everything from our day boats, bass boats, offshore fishing boats. We've got center consoles powered by outboards. We have inboard outboards. We've got a virtual fishing tournament going on upstairs right now where our guests are competing against each other in virtual offshore fishing. It's really cool. We have Captain Greg DeBrule, who's giving some seminars on how to catch different kinds of fish, and he's got his own fighting chair up there so you can win free tickets for the Blackhawk.
Very nice.
It's pretty exciting.
Nice. What other events does the CMTA have coming up this year?
Oh gosh, we've got a full year. And probably our biggest that we're really excited about is we're going to be working with the foundation that celebrates the Great Outdoors Month, which is June. And in that month, we celebrate National Safe Boating Week, National Marina Day, National Recreational Fishing Week. And we are going to work with our friends at Great Outdoors Month to get people outdoors, on the water, fishing, boating, hiking, and enjoying the great state parks and waterways that we have here in the state of Connecticut.
And when can we look for the 48th Hartford Boat Show?
48th is going to be early February 2017, and we're really excited to see the changes we're going to make for that one.
Stay tuned to Yankee Fisherman for those dates. Kathleen Burns, thank you so much for joining us. Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
When you experience a sports injury, you want to get better and fast. Coastal Ortho Express gives you direct access to orthopedic care quickly. Their physicians are fellowship trained in sports medicine at world-class universities and are also team doctors for area football teams. For specialized personal care of sports injuries, go to Coastal Ortho Express. Open Monday through Saturday in the iPark Building, 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk, or coastalorthoexpress.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you on the move.
Here at the Darien Sports Shop, we are very excited about our newly redesigned men's department. Gentlemen, if you're shopping for work, weekend, or wedding, we've got the latest styles and trends inside our spacious new department just for you. We have vast selections from Peter Millar, Vineyard Vines, Johnny O, Duckhead, Barber, and so much more. And you can even walk out of the store in the new Wolverine 1,000-mile men's boot. Conveniently located with free and easy parking at 1127 Post Road, Darien, Connecticut, or shop us online at dariensport.com.
Hi, I'm Rob Adams with my good friend Donald Eng, and we're the home team for Nutmeg Sports Monday through Wednesday at 2 o'clock right here on the HAN Network. We are the place for all things Connecticut sports, so come hang out with us on Nutmeg Sports. Don? They don't call him the best color man in the game for nothing. Nutmeg Sports, 2 o'clock Monday through Wednesday right here on the HAN Network.
Welcome back to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop on the HAN Network. John Kovach with you. Want to thank everybody at the Connecticut Surfcasters Association Demo Day and the Hartford Boat Show for their hospitality this weekend. Met a lot of great people. We have a lot of great segments coming your way with tackle makers and kayak fishing, and boating safety is going to be one this year. We've got a lot coming up. There's a lot coming up this weekend as well. Starting tonight, you've got the monthly meeting of the Housatonic Fly Fishermen's Association. That is tonight at 7 at St. Paul's Episcopal Church. That's 65 North Main Street in Wallingford. Mike Shannon is going to demonstrate how to tie your own leaders. Saturday, the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association will hold its expo and banquet. They are both at Meneely's Banquet and Catering. That's at 65 Rye Street in South Windsor. The expo is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Admission is $3 per person. Children under 16 get in for free. You'll have fly tyers set up. You'll have a children's table, local shops. Scheduled presentations include Ed Mitchell, saltwater fly fishing author, photographer, and lecturer. Our friends from Spay Casting Northeast, they're going to be on an upcoming show. And a number of vendors set up, including Rich Strolis, who joined us not that long ago. The Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association banquet is then at 6 o'clock. It is also at Meneely's. Cost for that is $45. Speaking of Rich Strolis, he will be at Upcountry Sport Fishing on Sunday from noon to 3, signing copies of Casting Shadows, so I hope to see him there. Soundkeeper is providing additional support to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. They need volunteers to serve as environmental stewards at the Great Meadows Marsh in Stratford. It's part of the Stuart B. McKinney National Wildlife Refuge, which abuts the Long Island Sound. It's been identified as an important birding area by Audubon, Connecticut. It's a piping plover and snowy egret habitat. Volunteer stewards will track wildlife inform visitors about threatened species, and keep the refuge free of litter and accessible to the public. There is a training and orientation session for environmental stewards for the Great Meadows Marsh, and that is at the Audubon office on Stratford Point, 1207 Prospect Drive in Stratford, Saturday at 9 a.m. The New England Saltwater Fishing Show, which is presented by the Rhode Island Saltwater Anglers Association, that's coming up on February 26th through 28th. That's up in Providence at the Rhode Island Convention Center. I just heard from an old friend of ours, Chris Staub, about the Connecticut CTFisherman.com swap meet. And that's coming up on April 2nd at the Plainville Veterans of Foreign Wars Hall, 7 Northwest Drive in Plainville. It's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. A lot of information here on tables. Tables are $10 each. Admission is $3. Children under 10 are free. You can find out a lot more about that at ctfisherman.com, and we'll have more on that swap meet. It sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to try to get up there on Saturday, April 2nd in Plainville. Another place that always has interesting events is Housatonic River Outfitters. And among the people set up at the Connecticut Surfcasters Association Demo Day was Harold McMillan. He had a lot of vintage stuff, as did several of the presenters at Demo Day. And Harold took a minute to talk to us about these collectibles, which is an expertise for him, and they always catch my eye. Let's take a look at that. Yankee Fisherman at the Connecticut Surfcasters Association Demo Day in Clinton. We're with Harold McMillan of Housatonic River Outfitters. Harold, you've got a lot of unique stuff here, most of it old?
Most of it old. I specialize in sporting antiquities. You know, every piece of equipment here has a story. You know, and we hope to pass those stories on. Some are remembered, some are not. But it's just nice to see how things were made. You know, the artistic values, the mechanical values. Modern equipment isn't made like this anymore. It just isn't nearly as fun. So a lot of the things we have here, you can fish them, you can put them on the wall. A lot of people collect them. So every piece has a different value to somebody else.
We were just discussing some of the reels here. There's definitely some weight to these.
Yes, I mean, these are back in the days when reels weren't made out of aluminum. They were made out of cast, other metals, brass, different alloys, and as I tell people, you can fish them during the day and hammer nails with them at night.
And I'm looking at some old lures here. You can show them to us that look like they're the old pill bottle plastic almost.
They are. You know, the original ones, some of them were made out of bakelite, but these are plastic. These are atoms. You know, basically they have a wobble motion on the top of the water, and they're keys for bluefish. You know, stripers love them, but you know, this was a high-tech item. I mean, to have a clear plastic lure was a big deal, and they sold for a lot of money in the 60s.
Can you really trace the history of manufacturing through the history of fishing tackle? Because there it's a new type of plastic. It's the cast iron stuff. It's the bakelite stuff that you talked about. As materials develop, then so too do lures change?
Right. Well, as any manufacturing or artists or architects, they're going to experiment with new items, new materials. You know, before 1970, 90% of all rods were bamboo. That's what they had to work with. There wasn't fiberglass. There wasn't a lot of graphite. It was very expensive. As the prices came down on composites, you saw rods being made out of graphite, boron. You saw plastic being mixed into different lures. They were inexpensive, and you could mold them. You didn't have to have a guy carving them and painting them. So yeah, the fishing industry technologically has moved with all other industries.
We've done a lot on Yankee Fisherman about fly fishing collectibles. How collectible is saltwater equipment?
It depends. I specialize in fly fishing. My store is basically fly fishing. Fly fishing commands a much higher value, and that's more due to lore, due to a lot more books been written about fly fishing. A bamboo rod maker is really considered an artist, even though I have tuna rods that were made by the same people. Not a bamboo for tuna, they're not as valuable. Also, unfortunately, the people who fly fish are wealthier. So simple supply and demand. If you have wealthy people demanding it, the prices go up. So fly fishing, yes, it's much more valuable as collectibles on a whole.
If someone has fishing equipment they want to have appraised or they want to possibly sell, how can they reach you?
Basically, you call our store 860-672-1010. We're on the web. We have a Facebook page. You can also go to dryflies.com. That's our website. Or Google us. I mean, there's a number of ways to find us. We do free appraisals. We can sign items. We buy them outright. Or, we'll give you a value for estate purposes.
Great stuff. Harold McMillan, thanks for joining us on Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop.
Thank you for having me.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. If that's the case, keep one thing in mind. It's always summer at the Dock Shop. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. The Dock Shop is not your average bait and tackle store. They offer a wide array of products, including apparel, jewelry, home furnishings, and some flat-out cool stuff, all with a nautical theme, most made in the USA. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
I really wanted something that felt like a home. Coming from a big house, I wanted the feel of a home as opposed to a condo. The construction is incredible, whether it's the floors, the fireplace, the moldings, the lighting. It's as peaceful as my home was in the middle of the woods. It feels like a house. It does not feel like a condo or a townhome. I feel like I'm in my house.
Does buying a car leave you feeling like you're chasing your tail? Head straight to Pamby Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram and take car buying in a whole new direction.
Healthy, confident smiles begin at Stratford Orthodontics. Conveniently located on Main Street, we are Stratford's hometown orthodontist. We offer the latest in orthodontic technology, including Damon braces and Invisalign. We always accept new patients. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation. 203-375-8332. Stratford Orthodontics, 2499 Main Street, Stratford. 203-375-8332. And online at stratfordsmile.com.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break, weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN Network.
Welcome back to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop this Thursday, February 4th. It's like spring out there. It's at 50s, shirt sleeve weather. Really almost like April, feels almost like we should be getting ready for opening day. If you're fortunate enough to fish the TMAs and do a lot of catch and release like I do, you get to go all the time. And I'm going hopefully to go this weekend, get out up to the Farmington, hopefully get some footage for a future episode of Yankee Fisherman. And the weather should be pretty good as compared to the last time I got up there, when it was a Noah's flood type of rain. It was raw, it was cold, and a hearty bunch of us got out there, had a really good time. A couple of guys caught fish, wish more had, but the good anglers did, and we just really had a lot of time. A lot of fun, I mean. Just a great time out there in the rain, thanks to David Schumacher for arranging that. And let's just take a look at what it's like to fish the Farmington when the river might actually be drier than the air above it. Well, it's not so much too much, it's just more than anybody else.
That's why he hasn't had.
Word for the day is wet. It is Sunday, January 10th. We are fishing the Farmington, and might be wetter standing in the river than actually swimming in it. It is pouring. We're hoping for some activity just because stuff is getting washed up. So we shall see. They have been catching them up here. Word's been that caddis, the olive-colored flies, have been the way to go. I've got an olive Jeff's Killer caddis on. It's a pupa pattern, a little bit of weight on it. Just a slow presentation and see what happens. Never really fished a copper john before, but given the flow, given the talk about how hot the olive colors have been, I think we're going to go with a green one on this second fly. And Tristan Wilgen's hooked up over here to my right. Hopefully we can get that.
That's pretty over. That cast is a little bit long. Yep. I was thinking the same thing, but he's doing all right.
So we never did get the shot of Tristan Wilgen catching that. And the rain didn't let up for a while. It kept coming down hard, but we kept fishing. Eventually, Anthony Lombardo, who's fishing with his son, he hooks up here, catches a real nice one. Watch this. What do we got there? Oh, that's beautiful. Let's... What a gorgeous fish.
See what happens. Snapped it, you think?
So that was just a gorgeous catch by Anthony Lombardo. And one of the things I tell the kids I coach in football, and I've said it for years, football and fishing too forces you to enjoy days that you otherwise might not, just like this one. So even if it rains, get out there. Till next week, tight lines.